Hey everybody, welcome to the Sweet 16. We finally made it in this May Madness tournament. We're up to May 20th, so got my work cut out for me. Got 8 games to play here in the Sweet 16. And then after that, another 4 in the final 8, and then so on. So need to get going here. We're in the Sparky bracket, which is the bottom right-hand bracket of our tournament bracket. And as you can see, the first round game, or first of the Sweet 16 games to be played, is going to be the 1967 Boston Red Sox against the 1986 Boston Red Sox. So if you're a Red Sox fan, you should like this. The Red Sox are going to win in advance, one or the other. Then again, one of the Red Sox is going to be eliminated. So, pick your poison, I guess, for lack of a better term. So we'll go ahead and get these out of the way. Starting pitchers for today's game, Roger Clemens will be on the hill for the 86 Red Sox, and Jim Lonborg will be on the hill for the 1967 Red Sox. And as we look at the bracket for the Sweet 16, this is the game right here, the 86 Red Sox against the 67 Red Sox. The winner of this game will play the winner of the 04 Red Sox and 1941 Yankees. That'll be coming up later on. But right now, it's the Red Sox against the Red Sox, and we'll go ahead and get the lineups to start the game. For the 67 Red Sox, leading off and playing center field is Reggie Smith. Batting second at third base is Dalton Jones. Hitting third and left field is Carl Yastrzemski. Batting cleanup at first base is George Scott. Batting fifth in right field, Tony Conigliaro. Hitting sixth at shortstop is Rico Petrocelli. Batting seventh, the DH, Ken Harrelson. Batting eighth, catching, Mike Ryan. And batting ninth, Mike Andrews. And for the Red Sox, familiar lineup for the 1986 Red Sox. Leading off is Wade Boggs at third base. Batting second is Marty Barrett at second. Hitting third is Bill Buckner at first base. Batting cleanup is left fielder Jim Rice. Hitting fifth, the DH, Don Baylor. Hitting in the sixth position, Dwight Evans. Hitting seventh and catching is Rich Gedman. Batting eighth is center fielder Dave Henderson. And batting ninth is shortstop Spike Owen. And again, this is advanced rules only. So Roger Clemens is on the bump, ready to go. And we will get going here with Reggie Smith stepping to the plate. So Reggie will step in against Roger Clemens, switch hitter batting left. It's a 5-6 against Clemens. 5-6, we've got a 1-2 single. 3-20 will be a line out to Marty Barrett at second. It is a 14, so it's a line out to Marty Barrett at second base, and we're underway as Roger Clemens gets the first out. Here's Dalton Jones, third baseman. That's a 6-7 against Clemens. We're under Clemens again. 6-7 is going to be a walk. So 1-out walk to third baseman Dalton Jones. And we now have Carl Yastrzemski, the Yaz, coming to the plate. MVP for that season. And the roll is a 5-8. So we're off a Clemens card awful lot. 5-8 is a strikeout. So that's good for Clemens to be off his own card. So Yaz goes down on strikes. And that will bring up George Scott, first baseman. George C. Scott. It's a 5-11. So again, we're under Clemens, this time against a righty, and that's not good. 5-11 is an in home run chance. 1-15. Look at it here. 1-15 or 16-20 is a fly to left, but obviously Scott has normal power, so it's a 1-15 chance. And the 67 Red Sox will be in front. It's an 18, so he didn't quite get it. Didn't quite get enough of it. Caught out there in left field by Rice, and the 67 Red Sox are done here in the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and Jim Lonborg on the mound for the 67 version of the Red Sox. He'll be facing Wade Boggs to start things off. And that is a 5-8. So I'm dealing a lot of pitcher cards for some reason. 5-8, Lonborg against a lefty is a fly ball to center. And down goes Boggs. See if I can get one off the hitter's card for a change. Here's Marty Barrett. Nope, still under the pitcher card. 6-8. 6-8, so 1-3 is a single. Anything else will be a line out to Petrocelli at short. That's a 10, so Petrocelli grabs it for out number 2. Brings up Bill Buckner. Bill Buckner, 412, and we're still under the pitcher's card. 412, however, it's not going to help Lonborg, as that's a 1-13 chance for a home run. And Buckner obviously has normal power, so 1-13, and Billy Buck will put the 86 Red Sox in front. He does, 14, he did it. No, he didn't, I take it back, I misread that. It's 1-13 for the home run. That was a 14, so he didn't get quite enough of it. He will end up flying out to Canigliaro in right field, and the 86 Red Sox are gone in the first. Almost thought we had a run there. Sorry about that misread. After 1 inning, it is 0-0, and now Tony Canigliaro, who caught that ball, will lead off against Clemens. And we still can't get it off the batter's card. We're still off the pitcher's card. 4-5, and that's a fly ball to center for 1 away. See if we can get one off the batter's card for a change. Here's Rico Petrocelli. Nope, still 4-4, so we're still under the pitcher's card. 4-4 is a ground ball third base X. That's Boggs. And Boggs, as a third baseman, is rated as a 2. So we'll see if Boggs can make the play. That's a 13, so that's going to be an error check. And Boggs' E rating is a 21. And that's a 12. That's not good, probably. 21, E21, and a 12. I actually did make the play. The 12 did work out. It's a ground ball A, so Boggs, show me what I know. The ground out works. 5-3. Petrocelli is gone, and here comes the Hawkaroo, Hawk Harrelson. DHing today. The 4-2, we're still under the pitcher card. And unfortunately for Hawkaroo, he gone. Strikeout. So as Hawk would say in his own words, he gone. Grab some bench. He is out of there. We go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second. Hello, everybody that's joined. Tri-Fan, Derek, Slugger Rocket, I think it is. I had the comments turned off. I apologize for that. Had to turn them on so I could see who was out there. All right, so Jim Rice. I know Tenacious just finished his game, so I was trying to wait until he finished. But I got a small window to get this game in, so I'm trying to do it now. Here's Jim Rice, 5-4, and again, one of the pitcher's card. 5-4 is a catcher X. The catcher, in this case, Mike Ryan, is rated as a 3 rated catcher. That's a 17. Probably one of those pass ball wild pitch deals or pop out deals, but we'll see. Yep, 17 is a pass ball and a pop out, but nobody's on base, so it's simply going to be a foul out. 4-1 away. And Jim Rice is out of there. Here's Don Baylor. 5-3. We're still under the pitcher's card, and it's a fly ball right field X. That's Canigliaro. And Canigliaro is a 2. And that's a 14, so that is going to be an error check. No, I take it back. 14 does fit in the range. Canigliaro is a 2, and that's a fly ball C. So he just got it. 13 would have been the error check. But Canigliaro was able to make that play. 2 down. Don Baylor is gone. Here's Dewey Evans. And we're still under the pitcher's card. 4-7. 4-7's a fly to right. Canigliaro makes the play again. One right fielder flies to another. And the 86 Red Sox are gone in order. 1, 2, 3. We go to the third. No score. And I don't believe we had a result off the batter card yet. Mike Ryan will lead off the top of the third against Clemens. And we finally get a batter's card result. We finally got a 1 there. So we'll check Mike Ryan, a 1-8, and he's going to ground it to short, so that didn't really help him very much, getting it off his own card. But now we're in the bottom of the order, so probably favors the pitcher. Here's Mike Andrews, and we're back to the pitcher card again, 6-10. 6-10 is a ground ball, it's a catcher X again, catcher X. So a 6-10 is a catcher X, and the catcher in this case, Rich Gedman, is a 3. And that's a 14. That might be an error check. No, it's a pop out. 3 and a 14 is a straight pop out. So pop out to Gedman for out number 2. And we go back to the top of the order for Reggie Smith. Smith lined out to Barrett his first time up. It's a 4-6. Smith, a switch hitter batting left. 4-6, he's going to strike out. Clemens got him. And the inning is over. So nothing doing for the 67 Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the third. And the 86 Red Sox, we'll see what they can do. Rich Gedman will lead things off. It's a 5-7. Again, we're under the pitcher card. 5-7's a ground ball, second base X. And that is going to be Mike Andrews. And Andrews is a 3. And that's a 14, so I think that's a good play. Let's double check it. A 3. 3 and a 14 is in fact a ground ball C, so Gedman is out of there, 1 away. Brings up Dave Henderson. He and Spike Owen came over in that trade with Seattle at the trade deadline. It really helped the Red Sox in '86. It's a 4-10, so again we're under Lonborg, but he's going to strike out. 4-10, Hindu strikes out. Brings up Spike Owen, switch hitting shortstop. Spike Owen, it's a 6-9. He's a switch hitter, batting left, 6-9. A 1-12 is a single. 13-20 is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to first, so handled over there easily by George Scott. And down go the 86 Red Sox. Chapter 3 complete. We are no score. And we go to the top of the 4th. I'm hoping everybody can see these pitcher cards. I'm trying to get the camera in close enough so you can actually see the result without me having to tell you. The shadows might hurt a little bit. I don't know. You guys can let me know if you can see it or not. Starting the top of the 4th, it's third baseman Dalton Jones will lead things off against Clemens. It's a 5-4. 5-4 is a fly ball left field B, so that's handled out there by Jim Rice. 1 away. Bring up Yastrzemski. Carl Yastrzemski. I almost say Carlton Fisk. Carl Yastrzemski. Amazingly, this Red Sox game, there's no Carlton Fisk for either team. All right, it's a 4-7 for Yastrzemski against a lefty. 4-7's a ground ball shortstop X. So the shortstop is Spike Owen, and Spike Owen's a 3. And that's a 13. 13 for a shortstop, and a 3 is a good play. Shortstop, but barely fit on a 13. That's a ground ball C. And Yastrzemski is out of there. 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up George C. Scott. 2-6. We finally got something off the batter card. 2-6 for Scott, and it's going to pay off. 1-8 will be a double. 9-20 will be a single. It is an 18, so that is a single, so at least it's something. Got to start somewhere, I guess, but with 2 outs and nobody on, got a long road to hoe. Here's Tony C. to Tony Conigliaro. It's a 3-8. It's 2 consecutive times off the batter card. And it might work. Look at this. A 1-16 is going to be a 2-run homer for Conigliaro because we're not doing ballpark effects. So a 1-16 and Conigliaro has gone deep. You can put it on the board. Yes. Tony Conigliaro hits a 2-run shot off of Clemens. And the impossible dream 67 Red Sox take a 2-0 lead. All this with 2 outs. That 2-out single by Scott really got that going. And here's Rico Petrocelli. See if he can follow up with it. 4-7. 4-7 is a strikeout, so Clemens got mad and struck him out. But 2 runs do come across the plate. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and now Jim Lonborg has a 2-run lead to protect. And he'll be facing the top of the order, Wade Boggs. That's a 3-6 for Boggs against Lonborg. A 3-6 is a walk. So that's something that Boggs did quite a bit that season, was walk. He's on first base for Marty Barrett. Second baseman. That is a 3-3 for Barrett. 3-3 is a pop-up to the third baseman, Dalton Jones. And that's 1 away. That'll bring up Bill Buckner, Billy Buck. Almost had a homer last time. 2-2. 2-2. Unfortunately for Billy Buck, he's going to line out to second in a max double play. Not playing injuries, so we won't do the injury thing, but he will line out to second, and they're going to double Wade Boggs off. So Buckner is out L4 for out number 1, and then Boggs is out 4-3 on the double play, and the inning is over. So nothing doing for the 86 Red Sox. We go to the top of the 5th. It's the Hawkaroo himself, Ken Harrelson. He struck out his first time up. It's a 6-7 for Clemens against the right-hander. That's a ground ball second base X. That is Marty Barrett, and Marty Barrett is a 2. Oops, I knocked the card over. I'm going to re-roll that D20 because the number changed. All right, it's a 2 and it's a 17. That's a good play. On the way for Mike Ryan. 5-5 against Clemens is a strikeout. That's 2 away, and that will bring up Mike Andrews, number 9 hitter. That's a 6-7 for Clemens. 6-7's another ground ball to second base X. Marty Barrett will have another chance. Again, he is a 2-rated second baseman, and that's a 4. So I do believe that's a good play. A 2 and a 4 is a ground ball A. So Barrett does make the play, and the 67 Sox go down in order. Bottom of the 5th, A.D. Smith. Bottom of the 5th is still 2-0 in favor of the 67 Sox. And Jim Rice will lead things off against Jim Lonborg. And that is a 5-5. Lonborg, that's a strikeout. So Jim Rice out on strikes brings up Don Baylor. Don Baylor, that's a 3-5. 3-5 for Baylor is a ground ball to third. So 2 away as Dalton Jones made that play. Here's Dewey Evans. 2 outs, base is empty. But again, that's how the 67 Sox got going, was 2 outs, base is empty. 3-11. 3-11 is a fly ball right field B, and that's going to end the inning. So Jim Lonborg, large and in charge so far. After 5 complete, it's still 2-0 in favor of the 67 Sox. So Clemens back on the mound to face Reggie Smith. Smith's 0 for 2. It's a 4-5 against Clemens. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. So now he's 0 for 3. Here's Dalton Jones, third baseman. Dalton, a 2-11. 2-11 for Dalton Jones. It's a foul out to Gedman. That's 2 away. That'll bring up Carl Yastrzemski. That's a 4-10. 4-10 against the lefty for Clemens. 4-10. If we were playing super advanced, it'd be a ballpark check, but otherwise, in just advanced, it's a fly ball to right. And the inning's over. Bottom of the 6th we go. Still 2-0 as the pitching duel continues. Lonborg back on the bump to face Rich Gedman. That's a 5-7 against Lonborg. Gedman to lefty. It's a ground ball second base X. That's Mike Andrews, and Andrews is a 3. And I knocked my card over again, so I'm going to re-roll the D20. I got to find a better way to do that. That's an 8. So an 8 on a second baseman is an error check. So the error check on Andrews, he's an E18, and that's a 7. So an E18, second base, E18 and a 7 is still a ground ball A. So he made the play. And there's 1 away. Gedman is retired. Brings up Dave Henderson, center fielder. He struck out his first time up. We get a 2-10. 2-10 for Henderson. It's a possible home run, 1-7. 8-20 on a double, so either way they'll have something going. That is a 17, so it is a double for Henderson. So Hendu can do with that double. He's aboard 1 out for Spike Owen. That's a 4-3 against Lonborg. It's a fly ball left field. 2 down. Wade Boggs with a chance to drive home a run. That is a 2-6 for Boggs. 2-6 for Boggs is a single, but it's only 1 star. Only 1 star, so Henderson will have to stop at third. Runners are at the corners with 2 outs for Marty Barrett. That's a 6-6 against Lonborg, and that's a strikeout. He got Marty Barrett on the strikeout right there, 6-6. So that 1 star cost the 86 Red Sox a run, and after 6 complete, it's still 2-0 in favor of the 67 Red Sox. Clemens' point of weakness is the 8th, and Lonborg's will start next inning in the 7th. All right, let's see here. George Scott will lead things off against Clemens. Top of the 7th, rather. 1-5. 1-5 for George Scott is going to be a single to left field. Solid single for George Scott. He's 2 for 3. And now here's Canigliaro. He's responsible for the 2 runs in the game. 112 for Canigliaro. 112. He may do it again. 1-3 is a home run. So if we get a 1-2 or a 3, Canigliaro will go yard again. It's a 13-13, so instead it's going to only be a fly ball to left field. So he got up under it, 1 away as it was put away by Rice. Here's Rico. Rico, a 1-9. 1-9 for Rico against a righty is a single with 2 stars. So Rico comes through, Rico Suave, and it's put runners on the corners with only 1 out. For the Hawkaroo, Ken Harrelson. Can he put it on the board or can he grab some bench? So 1-4 for Hawkaroo. 1-4 is a ground ball to third base B. That's going to score a run. That's a fielder's choice, but Hawkaroo will get an RBI as Scott scores from third, and it's 3-0. 2 outs, and Mike Ryan, the batter. That is a 3-5 for Mike Ryan. 3-5. Oh, he's really going to do it to Clemens. 1-7 for a triple. 8-20 is a single with 2 stars. So either way, could be trouble. 1-7. Oh, it's a 17, so that will at least keep the run from scoring. It's a single with 2 stars. Harrelson has to stop at third. But now runners are at the corners. 2 outs. Run already in. And second baseman Mike Andrews, the batter. Andrews a 1-7. And Andrews will ground to short. Earl, that's actually my window is open, so it's the birds outside. It's a nice day, so I wanted some fresh air. Ground ball to short. And there's the end of the inning. In fact, I'll kind of pan over here and show my cat. My cat's here in the perch. Got the birds going outside and all that good stuff. So anyway, that's where I'm sitting. So I got to get back into my thing here without being lopsided, which I think I'm getting ready to do here. This little stand is not cooperating the way I want it to. We'll figure it out. We'll get it straight at some point. Until I make everybody dizzy, one or the other. All right, so the run is in for the 67 Red Sox. They now lead it 3-0. And now this is Lonborg's point of weakness inning. This is his point of weakness inning. Stepping to the plate to lead things off is Billy Buck. It's a 6-8. Lonborg 6-8 is a walk, so that's 1 notch against Mr. Lonborg. As Sparky Lyle warms up in the Red Sox bullpen, or in the 67 Red Sox bullpen, let me specify. Here's Rice, a 3-9. So Rice, a 3 and a 9 for Rice is another walk. So back-to-back walks, and that's not how you want to start if you are Lonborg. Now he's got to deal with Don Baylor. There's 2 on, and now the tying runs at the plate in Baylor. And I rolled this so you couldn't see it. It's a 6-9. 6-9 against Lonborg. That's trouble. 1-14 is a double. So we see here on a 6-9, a 1-14 is a double. 15-20 is a single with 2 stars. So a run's going to score either way, and he will reach his point of weakness. That's a 19, so it's a single, but it's 2 stars. That will score. Even the slow-running Buckner will make it home on that. Rice will go to third, and he's going to get one more batter, and then they're going to bring in. They're going to have to bring in Sparky Lyle to face the lefty. But right now, Dwight Evans is up. It's a 4-8, 4-8, and that's still trouble again. 1-2 is a triple. 3-20 is a single with 2 stars, and that's going to bring another run home. Maybe 2. Nope, just 1. It's a single. It will bring home Rice to make the game 3-2, put runners at the corner, still nobody out, and that's all for Mr. Lonborg. He lost it all of a sudden, and now Sparky Lyle, the lefty, is in. And Sparky Lyle, the lefty, will be facing left-handed catching Rich Gedman. But the runners are on the corners. It's a 3-2 ball game now, as the 86 Red Sox look to take the lead possibly. 4-8 against Lyle against the lefty. 4-8 is a single right up the middle, single to center field. So that will score Baylor to tie the game at 3, and Evans will stop at second because Reggie Smith has a -4 arm. They're not going to test that. So runners at first and second, still nobody out, and Dave Henderson, the batter. We're tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 1-7 against the lefty Lyle. 1-7 is a 1-9 single. 10-20 is a line out to short. See how he fares with that. I'm going to re-roll that again because I hit the card. That's a 14. 14, so that means that is a line out to short. So one away as he escaped that one. That'll bring up Spike Owen. Spike Owen, a 6'5". He's a switch hitter batting right. 6'5" is a ground ball shortstop X, and the infield is at double play depth. Ground ball shortstop X, the shortstop in this case is Petroselli. He's a 2. That's an 11, so we're looking at an error check on Petroselli, and Petroselli has an error rating of 24, and that's an 8. So shortstop E24 and an 8 is a ground ball A, so he got out of it with a double play, 6-4-3, and Sparky Lyle gets out of a mess. But the 67 Red Sox give up 3 runs to the 86 Red Sox, and we are tied at 3 as we go to the 8th. And this is the point of weakness inning for Roger Clemens, as the Red Sox of 86 bullpen is loosening. So Reggie Smith will lead things off for the 67 Sox. That's a 6-5 against Clemens. He's a switch hitter batting left. And that's a 1-18 for a double. 19-20 is a single, so Clemens may not be too much longer for this game either. That's a double. It's a double for Reggie Smith to start the 8th. That'll bring up Dalton Jones, and a lefty, Joe Sambito, may be coming in shortly. Here's Dalton Jones. It's a 4-4 for Clemens against a lefty. Is a fly ball center field X. That is Dave Henderson, and Henderson is a 2-rated center fielder. That's an 8. So we'll check our chart just to double check. I think it's a good play, and it is, barely. A 2 and an 8 as a center fielder is a fly ball C. So Henderson got to that for out number 1. And they'll stick with Clemens a little bit longer. He's their horse. So he's going to be facing Carl Yastrzemski. They could intentionally walk him, but they're going to pitch to him. 4-7 is a ground ball shortstop X. That is Spike Owen. And Spike Owen at short is a 3-rated shortstop. And that is a 13. Shortstop 3 and a 13 is going to be it's a good play. Look at this. 13 barely made it. It's ground ball C. So the runner will advance to third base, but now there are 2 outs. And it's up to George C. Scott if he can get it done against Clemens. Big at bat. Scott against Clemens. And it's a 5-7. 5-7 is a ground ball shortstop X. That is Spike Owen. I think we're testing all the Red Sox fielders today. Spike Owen. That's a 6. That is a 6, and Spike Owen as a shortstop is a 3. So I believe that's a good play. 3 and a 6 is a good play, and the inning is over. So Clemens made it through 8. I think that's going to probably be all for him. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 3. Sparky Lyle back on the bump. We'll be facing Wade Boggs to lead things off. It'll be Boggs, Barrett, and Buckner, so 2 lefties. So that's why Lyle is still in there. 6-9. 6-9, well, they found his hit. 1 to triple, 2 to 20 is a double. So Boggs, despite the lefty, found that gap. And that's a double for Wade Boggs to lead off the 8th. Marty Barrett, he's an A bunter, so they're certainly going to have him bunt. He becomes a B bunter. So he's going to try to move Boggs over to third. And on a B bunter, that's a 6. Probably a good play. B bunter and a 6 is batter thrown out by third baseman, runners advance. So it's a good sacrifice, 5-4 by Barrett. Moves Boggs to third. Now the infield has to come in for Bill Buckner. He can be the hero of this thing. Bill Buckner, 5-8 against Lyle. 5-8, but he's going to strike out. Sparky got him. Sparky Lyle got him with a strikeout. That brings up Jim Rice, but Lyle won't face Rice. With the righty coming up, they're going to go to the pen. The 67 Red Sox will go to John Wyatt. So John Wyatt is in the ball game to try to get this third out of the 8th inning. And he's going to have to do it against Jim Rice. And it's a 1-6 for Rice against a righty. 1-6 fly ball center field. That's the end of the inning. So we go to the 9th, tied at 3. And that's going to be it for Clemens. He's pitched his 8 innings. He's past his point of weakness now. And with the Tony Conigliaro coming up, has already taken him deep. They're going to bring in Calvin Schiraldi. So Schiraldi will come in and pitch the top of the 9th as Roger Clemens goes 8. And Tony C. We'll see if he can do something off of Schiraldi. I don't know why Schiraldi. There we go. Schiraldi's a little blurry there at first. All right, this is a 4-11. 4-11's a fly ball left field X. That is Jim Rice. I'm getting a lot of X checks on these 86 Red Sox. That's a 13. Probably an error check, and it is. So Jim Rice, as a left fielder, has an error rating of 8. And that's a 5. So a left fielder, 8, E8, and a 5 is a 2-base error on Jim Rice. So Jim Rice commits the 2-base error, and the 67 Red Sox are in business. Rico Petrocelli stepping to the plate. 3-9. 3-9 for Petrocelli against a righty. That's a strikeout, so Schiraldi got him. 1 away. Brings up Hawk Harrelson, Hawkaroo, chance to be the hero. 6-5. 6-5 is a strikeout, so he couldn't do it. 2 down. And we are looking at Mike Ryan. Or we could be looking at a pinch hitter. The Red Sox may go to their bench here, and they are. Jose Tartabull. Jose Tartabull is going to pinch hit for Mike Ryan. And then Russ Gibson is going to come in to catch in the bottom half of the inning. But right now, Jose Tartabull will be there to pinch hit in a big spot. Go ahead runs at second with 2 outs. It's a 6-11 against a lefty. 6-11 is a fly ball left field X. Rice gets another chance. Again, he is a 3-rated left fielder. And that's a 9. So that again is an error check. And he is an E8. Can he make 2 errors in a row? That's a 7. So an E8 and a 7. This time it's a good catch. Fly ball B. So Jim Rice atones for that. And the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Jose Tartabull fails in his pinch hitting duties. And the new catcher for the Red Sox is right-hander Russ Gibson. So Gibson will catch in the bottom of the 9th. John Wyatt on the mound again. And he will be facing Don Baylor. 3-3 tie, bottom of the 9th. Can they walk it off? Here's Baylor. 4-6 against Wyatt. 4-6 is a ground ball to third. And there's 1 away. Here's Dwight Evans. It's a 5-4. 5-4 is a catcher X. And the catcher, the new catcher in this case, Russ Gibson, the new catcher, is a 4. But with the bases empty, it probably won't matter. But we'll see. He rolled a 2. That was a 2. He rolled a 2. That's a pass ball and a foul out, but nobody's on base, so it's simply going to be a foul out. For out number 2. And that will bring up Rich Gedman with 2 outs and the base is empty. Looking more and more like extra innings. It's a 4-7. 4-7 is a strikeout, and that's going to go to extra innings. We go to the 10th, tied at 3. So it's taking extra innings for the Red Sox to resolve their issues internally. Schiraldi back on the bump. And he'll be starting out facing Mike Andrews. And we got a 6-9 for Schiraldi. That's a strikeout. So Andrews out on strikes. Brings up top of the order Reggie Smith. So 3-6 for Reggie. 3-6 is a pop out to second. There's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty for Dalton Jones. Somebody might have to walk this off with a blast here. 2-6 for Dalton Jones. He will get a single, so that's a single for Dalton Jones. 2-out single. Brings up Yaz, so Yastrzemski with a chance to be the hero against Schiraldi. It's a 3-7, and he's going to walk. So Yaz will walk, but that does put a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And George Scott, the big thumper, is up. George Scott with a chance to be a hero. That's a 2-11. 2-11, and he's going to do it. That's a single to center field. The question is, can they score the run? Well, we'll do some calculations. There are 2 outs, so the runner does get a 2 extra on his run rating. Dalton Jones runs at a 15. He was being held, makes him a 14. He gets 2 more, makes him a 16. And the arm of Henderson is a -2, is a 14. So 1 to 14, and he will make it. So 1 to 14, he will slide in safely. Here comes the throw from Henderson into Gedman. And so 19, he got him. Henderson gunned him down. So Jones is out at the plate. And we go to the bottom of the 10th, still tied at 3. So they took the gamble. It didn't pay off. Henderson, with the big arm, was able to throw him out. We go to the bottom of the 10th. And it's going to be that man, Dave Henderson, leading things off. How many times you see that? The guy makes a great defensive play, and he leads off the next inning. So Hendu with a 3-11. Hendu, a 3-11. He's got a chance to really be a hero. Look at this, a 1 to 19 for a home run on the 3-11 check. So unless this is a 20, Dave Henderson will walk it off, and he will really be the hero of this game. It's a 17. That's it. The ball game is over. Dave Henderson, Hendu can do, and he walked it off. So he is definitely the hero of the game. He threw out the potential go-ahead base runner at the plate, and then in the bottom of the 10th, first pitch he sees from John White, he cranks it deep, and the ball game is over. So the 86 Red Sox will advance. They are the number 9 seed in this region, but the 86 Red Sox will advance, and they will take on the winner of the 04 Red Sox and the 1941 Yankees in the next round in the Elite 8. So that's where we stand right now. 1 Red Sox team advances, 1 Red Sox team bites the dust, but that's what happens when they play each other, and that's just the way the seedings fell. And hope everybody enjoyed that. I know Tabletop Earl is itching to get his game going for the League of Domination, so I don't want to hold anybody up from trying to watch that. Clemens pitched that game, so he won't be eligible in the next round. Bruce Hurst will have to take over and pitch in the Elite 8 because of the you have to have 1 day rest. So that's what the result is there. So, and Schiraldi finally didn't blow it this time, so that helped. So the 86 Red Sox will advance, and they'll take on either the 2004 Red Sox or the 1941 Joe DiMaggio Yankees in the Elite 8. So I do appreciate you guys tuning in. If you got any other comments or questions, I'd be happy to stick around for the answer. If not, then I certainly do appreciate you guys watching. And I think even Tabletop checked in a little bit, so I appreciate that. I know like I said, I know he's itching to go with the League of Domination. I think I want to say the series is tied at 2, but don't quote me on it, but I think it is, between the Indians and the Mets in APA. But that's it from here. Like I said, unless somebody has any other comments, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I've got some chores to do myself to finish up the rest of the day before it gets too much later. It's almost 6 o'clock here on the east, and I have one more honeydew thing to do. But I did have, like I said, I had about a 2-hour window or an hour and a half window right about now to get a game in real quickly. So decided to do that, and that's that. So like I said, I do appreciate you guys chiming in and chatting and watching and following the May Madness. Hopefully I can get all this done before May ends. That's my goal. Play a lot of these things offline to go faster so that I can finally get to where I need to be on May 31st. So I appreciate you guys watching, like I said, and stay tuned or move over to Tabletop Baseball to watch Earl and his League of Domination. And I hope you guys are having a great weekend and enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play in whichever way you choose to play it. And as always, I will see you down the road.